What's up all you Clashers, this is Kaz, and welcome to Kaz Gaming. In this video we'll be looking at the most recent Guild Wars. I hit a new personal best score on this one of 2500, so I thought I might share that with you. I used the sniper technique to take these guys out, so let's take a look and see how I got that done. Alright guys, here we go. And if this team looks familiar to you, it's because it probably is. It's the same one that Hirsch uses if you ever seen his videos. It's pretty easy to figure out that the best heroes you want to use is the one that's going to hit heroes directly, right? The one thing I do got to thank Hirsch for is the use of tree here. Previously I was trying to use just heals to keep the guys alive, and then I've seen some of his videos where he's using tree to revive them. It's a great technique, so I adopted that, and I gotta give a shout out to Hirsch for that. So here we are. This is the lineup for this Guild Wars. We got Power Raid on the left, followed by White Knights EU. Then we got Clashers RO and Sensory Overload. And this is actually the first time I've seen a White Knights guild in there, so I'm gonna see how we do with this one. Alright, so we're starting off with the top might as usual and then working our way down. We got Jennifer, was that Jennifer Zionci? Anyhow, just like this looks like a normal Guild Wars base. We launch the guys in the corners. See how many procs we can get off. There's a Ares proc there. So I already see a huge problem with this base. You see where the town hall is? Now watch Warlock just nail this town hall and continue to proc on the heroes. There goes one. That was one before. Here comes another one. So I launched Skull Knight because we're only down to what, 2 guys left. Here comes Golem. Another proc from Warlock, and then that perfect Ares proc right there. And this base is already done. Didn't even have to launch tree. There's an Atlanticor totem. And that's also poorly placed. That's way too close to the hero bases there. So we just go ahead and launch tree. That brings back Cupid. That helps with the cleanup. And 211k might down in one try. That's pretty awesome. Good job, guys. Good job, team. 504 points, and we're rolling on. Alright, up next, we got the top might guy from Clashers RO. That's Jay. Jay sins a lot. Oh, Jay, you shouldn't do that. So we got again the normal square Guild Wars base. So pretty much the same technique. I just kind of go random in the beginning with the drop on the corners. Always the corners, but just kind of random just to see how the heroes are going to react to each other. Try to figure out the chinks in the armor, if you will. So we see Ares coming in here, and then Valentina passed the range on him already. Tried to launch Skull Knight right after Ares, didn't quite work. And my poor Warlock is perma-stunned at the top there. I kind of always launch tree just for the hell of it, just to see what happens. You never know, you might get a couple good procs in there. But these heroes are pretty strong. This is, of course, a wipe. We're going to speed right through this next one. It's another failure. So I'm just testing different drop orders, seeing how they go. So this drop order looks good. You see I've got a Warlock proccing on some buildings there from the outside, and I think he's able to sneak in right there. If you can tell, the enemy heroes didn't aggro towards Warlock, so I think the drop is good. It's just going to be a matter of getting lucky with the procs on the next one. So I'll speed right through that. And then this is the run where we actually take it. So correct drop order. So again with the Ares Warlock, we put the two girls up top, and we hold out on Skull Knight, allowing Warlock to proc on these closer buildings. Pretty good stun towers there. Warlock gets almost perma-stunned a couple times, but able to get a few procs off. There you see Ares working on that corner building. So that was the catch for this one, was getting those two guys on the bottom corners there. So he's only got a couple of heroes left here. I go ahead and launch Skull Knight to draw him out, and then I'll launch Tree at the right time and hope for that Ares proc, and there it is. Ares procs, Warlock procs. Only got two guys left. They actually take out my Skull Knight there, but I didn't stop because I launched Tree early. So you're gonna see that once Tree procs again, there comes Skull Knight right back, and then we're able to take this base out. Of course I came in from the top because I noticed in the other runs that they had the Ares totem on the bottom there. So yeah, now it's time to sweep the rest of this base and move on to the next one. Good job guys, good job. Another good win. Another 211k might down. And another 504 points. Alright, so that moves us on to Power Raid. That'll be the next highest available. The top guy for Power Raid, 210k. TP Autograph. And I noticed I don't have any heroes. So, time to revive. Spend some gems here real quick, get my guys back up. But as you can see, that base was not one of your normal Guild Wars bases. That actually looked pretty easy. And I already had a drop order in mind. We're going to bring in Ares from one side, where all the buildings are lined up, Warlock from the other side, and then we bring the two girls in from each other side, as you can see there. And we're going to get several procs off before we even get there. Ares procking again. I think we've already dropped somebody. There goes another Warlock proc. And I tried to launch Skull Knight right there to hit Dread Drake, but he jumped back across the wall. Didn't quite work. Ran right into an Ares totem, and Vlad takes us out. I bring in Tree. We get a great Ares proc there. And right now I'm saying, get to that Vlad, and boom. Done. So there you go. TP Autograph down. Send in the Street Sweepers. $210k might gives us, what does that give us? Get to that last building. Bang, 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 bang. Another 504, so 210, 211, I got 3 504s in a row. And we're moving right along. Alright, so my next target is between two guys. There's a 208k guy in the other guild, and then you have Jason here at 205. So we went back to Clashers RO, 208k. He's actually has a little bit more points, so I thought I'd give him a try. Much stronger heroes though, and a more of your normal type Guild Wars base. Again, we go with the random drop order just to see how things are gonna pan out. We had I didn't really like this drop order. I put Ares a little too far in the middle, I think, and then he does hit that corner building, but now for some reason he wants to walk all the way inside, and he actually dies by bombs right there. I do see Warlock doing his little sneak in on the base without getting aggro again on that right hand corner, so taking note of that. These heroes are pretty strong, they actually take my guys out. I go ahead and launch Skull Knight. I think Warlock just dropped just from being perma-stunned. And then as soon as everybody comes to me, I try and drop Tree, but as you can see right there, we ran into an Ares totem, and that's gonna be it for that run. I thought we had a decent chance. I had Warlock going pretty good, so I decided to move Ares down a bit, maybe try and hit that corner again. Only this time I went further down to try and see if he can hit that corner. But once again, he's walking all the way in, so I should have put him more towards the corner. So this time I try and follow Ares in, but it's much too late. And then Trixie just procs and says, "Lights out, boys." Alright, so I know there's going to be some difficulty with that base, so we move on. We go and try the other one. We're back to Sensory Overload, 205k. Jason 817, what you got for me? And this one looks like it's going to be much easier. The heroes aren't maxed out. You got much more buildings on the outside. I thought it was Procker's Procker's Paradise right there for Ares to put him there. We got Warlock hitting that outside, hitting that building from the outside. Ares goes to sneak in. I follow Ares in. We're only down to 2 heroes now, even though SK is down. I let Warlock sneak in there, try and get him a couple more procs off. We just wait it out, see what the Warlock can do. If he can keep attacking, maybe he can take out somebody else. And there it is, there's the other proc. So we only have Skull Knight left. I go ahead and launch Tree. It was a little early, so Skull Knight walks over and is able to start proccing off of Pixie there. Now we did hit him with the Ares proc, but as you see right there, I don't know if you guys saw that, I was already at 44%. I kind of got scared and just exited out. You know, you want everybody down before 40%, at least that's my rule, even though he was under Ares proc. I just didn't like the way that was looking. So I did like the drop. We'd go run it one more time. And we got the same thing rolling. We got Ares and Warlock hitting some buildings from the outside. And we're already down to just Dread Drake and Skull Knight. We're holding off on launching Skull Knight. As soon as they moved in on Ares, I launched Skull Knight. Try and take out someone, and then we're able to take out Dread Drake right there with the Warlock proc. Now we're going to hold off on dropping Tree until we see that proc from Skull Knight drop. There it is, we drop Tree. The Ares proc comes in perfect timing. And there you go. And Jason 817 is down. So now it's just cleanup time again. Sweeping through this base. Knowing that we have that tough last fight with that 508k Mike guy over there at Clashers OR. So it's kind of interesting that even though the White Knights guys were in here now, I was kind of excited to see them, you know, White Knights EU. We actually didn't fight anyone in there. Everybody else had higher mites in their other guilds. Okay, we're on to our last battle. We're heading back to that 208k guy from Clashers RO. It is Siksu, Kiksu. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I brought in some Guardians there to help with the enemy procs, to absorb some of them. And we got Ares coming in. I dropped Skull Knight, and we run into a Medusa totem, so looks like those Guardians are helping out a little bit right there. We do wipe here. We actually wiped several times. This guy was pretty tough, man, I gotta tell you. This is probably the toughest guy for this Guild Wars. And I tried some different drop orders here and some different tactics, trying to bring in Skull Knight from the bottom, Skull Knight from the top. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through these and just show you real quick here. I try not to get frustrated with these things, you know. You can always opt out and start over. It's you know, it's pretty easy to do that. You see it's not going well, just, you know, try again. And what you're trying to do is, you know, like I said in that first video, you're trying to find that chink in the armor, that weakness in the base that you can exploit, right? So here I come with Skull Knight from the top. You see me launching a little bit early there with the Guardians and Tree, and running into some heavy resistance. And then I see that Ares totem right there on the top. So we got a Medusa totem on the bottom, an Ares totem on top. And I'm trying to work out the drop order. Switch it up again. I got Ares on the top this time with Warlock. And this time I kind of see something happening here. The enemy heroes are not aggroing towards Ares and Warlock right there. So we had a chance on that one. I brought in Skull Knight, but we still got wiped. So I was working on something there. You know, and there's me always launching Tree just in case. You never know. You might get lucky. So I think I got the drop order down right here. There goes Ares, there's Warlock. Bring in the girls from the sides. Start launching those Guardians to absorb. Wait to get those procs in there. Launch Skull Knight once the team starts to move in. Of course, I keep getting wiped. And try and bring them back. Doesn't work too well, but this is the run where I get it. So same drop order, only this time we're bringing Skull Knight in from the bottom. We're not going to worry about the Medusa proc. The Ares proc is much worse. And here we go, we're launching. So Ares, Warlock from the top, girls are on the bottom. We're getting some good procs in there. You're gonna notice the heroes are not gonna aggro on Ares and Warlock right away. I got some Guardians beating up on that side buildings over there, ready to absorb some damage. And we get just enough procs off to take out some heroes. Bam, and this is gonna be it right there. Launch Skull Knight from the bottom. He's already proccing because of that first building. All I gotta deal with now is Valentina and Golem. Here's another good proc from Warlock. And this base is going down. I have not launched Tree yet. So we finally run into that Ares proc. And Valentina takes out Skull Knight under the Ares proc. And is the only one left standing. But I got Tree. Boom. My guys come back. And we actually get it done. That was a tough base. Took a while to figure it out. But we got it done. And it's sweep, 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 cleanup time. And a great, great successful Guild Wars run. All top 5 guys, all top 5 bases taken out. 500 points. So we end here with around 2508, I believe it is, 2509, something like that. Right around there. So 2509, there it is. So it's always awesome when you can take out the top 5 might guys that you're up against. And here you see my defenses, 31 defenses successful. My base only failed once. First time I hit 2500, feels awesome. 150k hitting 2500, it's great. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watch the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button right there and subscribe. This is Kaz, signing out.